And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. My name is Ben, and I am joined with my ever-lovely guest, Tim.
Hey, I'm a co-host, not a guest.
Oh, damn it! I did the reveal too early. Scrap all this. I quit. Get out of here. See you later.
Jeez, Ben. Way to ruin it.
Just leave.
I'll go live in shame over here.
I'll take my diamond sword and leave. You guys suck.
Diamond sword. You've been raiding our... Yeah. Anyway, my co-host, Tim, and we are also joined today with a lovely, beautiful guest, Shaka Panda.
Hey.
Welcome. I mean, hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. I like your karate outfit.
Why, thank you.
You look legit. You look like you're about to smack somebody in the face.
So, dude, man, I spent a long time making it back in the day, old school status.
So, welcome to our humble show. Just to let you know, I need you to turn around, Shaka, and look at the panda, and I need you to follow me. I want to show you something.
Oh, you're a panda?
I'm a panda in a business suit. All right, so
oh my god, that's fantastic.
You see these signs? It says, "Thanks for having me on the show. It was a blast. I built a new storeroom. It's over that way. Love, Davis." That's from Davis from the Game Grazers.
Game Grazers?
Yes.
Nice.
He joined us, and he built us this entire storage area. So I just want to let you know you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I expect like
level.
a ziggurat by the end of the hour.
1 hour?
No.
He logged in afterwards, actually, because he got kind of hooked on Minecraft.
I was gonna say, like, shit.
No, he did it in
Minecraft level elite.
No, of course, I'm just kidding. Just having your presence here, it means the world to us. So
yeah, seriously, our expectations
really
are basically negative for most of these shows. Not for our guests.
No, because our audience has to deal with us, so you're a step up no matter which direction we go.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Thanks, man. Good to meet you too. So Shaka, tell us a little bit about yourself, because I'm sure that not all of our viewers, my 2 or 3 people that actually watch on my channel, know who you are. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah, okay, so I am Shaka Panda. I've been doing YouTube video game fun stuff since, I guess, like last October, and just having a lot of fun with it. Met a lot of cool people, and the way I met Ben is like probably one of the greatest, most random ways I've ever met somebody on the internet, which was in my infinite lack of knowledge, I was afraid that I was going to get in trouble for playing a game that had someone's music on it, and so I was like asking every single person that had anything to do with any game that I was playing if I could have permission to post it.
Oh, that's right. That was the Baby's
there
First
was this
Fire.
game called Baby's First House Fire that used some of Ben's music that he generously provides, and I'm like, Ben, I recorded this thing, and I want to use your thing. So is that okay? And he's like, yeah, man, like it's go for it. That's that's my jam. and then since then we just sort of kept in contact on Twitter back and forth, and then at some point I got bold and told him what he should do with his life on
wasting your life on the internet, Ben. You gotta make money off of that.
I came to Ben and I was like, dude, you should do this thing, and he's like, I've already thought of that exact thing, and all right, fine.
That was basically the entire conversation.
That was the conversation.
Yeah, it's definitely like the Patreon was something that I've wanted to do for probably a year or so, and just like, oh, there's somebody who's actually interested in it. Maybe I should actually do it instead of.
Dude, it's so I can't thank you enough for what you do. Like being generous with content that is difficult for folks to make. Mm-hmm. A lot of us doing content like this, we have a certain set of skills, but
music creation is not one of them.
Exactly, seriously, and it's music is probably the fastest way to get your videos flagged, man. Like more than anything else, they're just those bots are just hunting around for
they're
they
vicious
can get.
too. We've actually talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, content ID is garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Dude, do they have people have people tried to content ID your songs, man?
Yes, I have an amazing story for that. Tim, I think you know where I'm going with this.
I've heard this one, but please do tell.
Okay, so this was a recording from my 2-hour track challenge. It might have been my 2-hour track Sunday back in the day, but I received a content ID flag from a song that I wrote using entirely only my voice. And
Of all the songs to ID,
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
that one right there.
the
that
challenge
literally comes from
that
his
week
body.
was the challenge that week was to write a song using only your voice. Like, so, you
That's
know, you
fantastic.
sing or you beatbox or you do, you know, whatever. But it's like I uploaded it to YouTube and I was like, you've been content ID flagged. And it's like, are you serious? And then I watched the video. It's like, this was the source material that we think you stole this from, or, you know, whatever. A kinder way of wording that. And it's like some piano piece or something. And it's like, where did this come from? And it's just like the system as a whole is just kind of busted when it comes to that stuff.
Oh God, I got picked a fight. I can't win. I picked a fight. I can't win.
Run,
no.
Shaka, run!
You got some arrows. Did you make some friends with an Enderman over there?
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
something sticking out of your shoulder there, Shaka.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, man. I came around the corner and there were like 3 skeletons and an Enderman. I was like, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The locals aren't very friendly. Just be aware.
The world that Tim made, I don't know if there's some seed that is just like for extreme difficulty, but we've been having
That is
problems.
a demon seed.
No,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Let me tell you. Any server that I run, for some reason, is the most ridiculously hard server, even on normal, even on easy.
Here come the spider.
stupid
Oh my
hard.
God.
Like, I
You
could
hit
never
me.
tell why, but every
I'll
time
save you.
that I run a server, it gets insanely hard, and I honestly don't know
Really?
why. Yeah, it's
Huh?
nothing I do on purpose. It just happens. I'm just unlucky, I guess. Or the game's like, this man is a superior gamer. We must
Yeah.
challenge him.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Shut up, Ben. Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, meeting Ben was
It's the
a
greatest
pretty-
moment of your life.
Oh, it was something
Oh,
different
come
for me
on.
too. It wasn't quite me like begging, you know, being like, "I'm sorry, I used your music." Actually, I met Ben because I was running Insert Coin Theater, which is my channel and everything.
Right.
We used to do a podcast called the Insert Coin Theater Podcast. Great name, huh? But
Of course.
that's what the whole thing started as, was a podcast. And so our focus when it went, like, it started out as a game facts. Like, we would just, like, it would be music like from video games, and then facts about video games, like, you know, the sort of stuff you'd see on like Did You Know Gaming, that sort of stuff.
Oh my God,
Um,
I'm an idiot.
That,
I forgot to change it from the title card for the last 5 minutes. Okay, so for those watching my video, I apologize for that you've been watching a static JPEG for the last 7 minutes.
Oh.
I'm just so excited to talk to Shaka Panda. I'm gonna have to add an
Ben just
annotation
was
for this one.
encouraging you to use your imagination.
Yes.
my friends.
yes, indeed.
Imagine
That's
Minecraft.
The
It's
game is
Imagine
very-
Craft. It's a whole new thing.
Imagine Craft. Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm such an idiot.
So it started out as that, and then we I got my buddy George involved, and we started doing a game discussion thing with a focus on video game music and chiptunes, because I love chiptunes a lot. And
You do, me too.
Yes. And I had what I would do is every episode I would reach out to a different chiptune artist that I would find on SoundCloud or Bandcamp or whatever, and I would be like, hey, you know, we want to feature a couple of your songs. You know, if you are, you know, interested in being on the show, if you want to like just send us like an MP3 or something of one of the songs that you want us to feature, we'll play it for you on the show. And you know, like just a fun little thing to break up the discussion and the monotony. And so I asked Ben, and Ben was really
It's so
cool,
fun.
and so I asked him to actually like come on the show, and he joined on the show, and it was pretty sweet. He did a really good job, and he hasn't been able to get rid of me since. So
Nope, stuck with you forever. We're married.
yeah, except there are way less benefits.
Ugh,
Oh God.
if only.
I'm not giving you any of
that's
those
awesome.
benefits, Ben.
Ugh.
Jesus. Ow! Creeper blew up, guys. Fun fact.
Oh wait, no, I need to make a bookcase. So I made books.
Ben?
Now I need to make a bookcase.
Hey,
What's
Do
up?
I like not have permission to break
Ben?
things? Because every time I
Why
break
are you
something,
saying
it
my
just
name?
magically
Ben,
comes
say
back.
my
Do you have any
name. Say my name.
fences?
What's up?
Did you fences?
Oh my, Tim. Okay, Shaka. Now you and I are hosting the mandatory social interaction show, and
I'm
Tim is a
fired.
guest, and he is going to get banned from this. Where are you?
I'm near the wheat farm. You'll see a big
Oh,
hole
for
in the ground.
fuck's sake!
Did you just dig down for glory?
No, he-
That's a creeper explosion.
Oh,
Oh man, it was a big
I
explosion.
feel like
Wait,
I
a
feel like
creeper exploded in your garden.
Yeah,
next to it
basically.
because our fence was a little too close to the garden, unfortunately. So
I feel like I'm like a
That's why you gotta
father
do a
of
double high fence, man.
3-year-olds or something, and it's just like, this place was perfect when I left it. What did you kids do?
kids these days. Dang you kids, get off my lawn.
Yeah. So okay, I need to go make more fences. I was trying to go make bookcases, but I guess
Sorry.
I'll
I see
just-
some insane staircase that just goes off into the sky over here.
Yeah, that's what I was working on. I'm still working. There's like a
Oh.
huge mountain over there, and I wanted to like build something up in there, but it gets very
Nice.
dangerous at night. So I I only have a
Yeah, no
limited
kidding.
amount of time to work on it.
True that.
Okay, so fences are.
You know, I can't seem to break any blocks. Everything just reappears as soon as I break it.
Where are you? It may be dependent because
If you're
think
close
it's
to
in the
spawn,
area.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you're close to spawn.
Because there's like spawn protection or something that I forgot. I keep forgetting to turn off because I'm dumb. So yeah, you're probably in the spawn area.
Yeah.
Because we kind of moved over into the desert because we were looking for. Our original goal was to find fossils because it's new in this version of Minecraft. Like you can find
yeah?
like actual dinosaur-like spines and heads
Oh,
and stuff
cool.
like that, like fossilized. And our goal was to find that, and that didn't quite work out because we couldn't find any. So we kind of gave up and just started building a fort. And then turns out we were
Oh,
right next to
shit.
spawn, so we can't destroy some of the stuff.
Yeah,
Oops.
I think you just need to
Yeah.
go in and turn that off. But and whatever.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting every time that we finish and go on to another game. I'm just like, oops.
Yep.
Oh,
So I'm
man.
working on making bookcases now, or bookshelves.
Oh, good.
I need way more wood though. I forgot how much of an investment that is.
Sorry.
It's a huge investment. There should be a good amount of leather though to make books with.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of leather. It's just an issue of getting wood.
Yes.
LOL.
Ben's just in need of some good wood.
Good old fashioned wood. Just gotta shove it in there. So
just keeps getting worse every step.
Shaka, what do you do
Yes.
on your channel?
So,
Elevator pitch, go.
I guess what you would be, I would guess what you would call an elevator.
An elevator repairman? Wait, what?
Yeah, no, oh god, I'm lost now. I am, I guess what you would call a like variety gamer.
All right.
I tend to just kind of do whatever I damn well please.
That's the spirit.
And
that's the
sometimes
way I
that
do
works
things,
really
man.
well, and sometimes that does not.
I know your pain. I know that pain so well.
Yeah, no, mostly I just I have like a history in doing podcasts, and I used to run a comic book, like indie comic book publishing website called
That's cool.
pandamanga.com, which is
Nice.
still there. It hasn't been updated in like a hojillion years, but it is still there if you want to go check it out. And and it's so I got kind of into this sort of realm doing that, and very quickly I started to like want to talk about video games too and talk about movies and stuff. And pretty soon our audience is like, pick something, bro. and and so eventually we ended up going pretty hardcore into comics, and then I learned the hard truth of it all is that like the community that loves independent comics is wonderful and tiny.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So very
That's so
quickly it
diverse.
became unfortunately obvious that it was like, yeah, this is not a good place to be unless it's pure passion project. And it was a passion project, but it wasn't like I wanted to try and turn it into something that, you know, maybe would someday generate at least some income so it could start to pay for itself, you know.
Right.
And so then I was like, well, okay, that sucks. That's not going to happen. And I have to admit, I spent a little bit of a window of time being kind of disillusioned about all that stuff. And this is not an elevator pitch at all. And,
Yeah, I left by now. Like, I'm-
Hey,
you're
man,
gone. I'm
still
talking.
listening.
I'm
still
talking to the
listening.
board. Yeah. But no. So what ended up happening was I spent like maybe a couple of months doing like nothing, just like living, and was like, oh god, I got to do something.
yeah.
Create things. And so then a friend of mine said, hey, you know, you should do video game stuff again. And apparently, unbeknownst to me, a bunch of my friends really liked the video game content I made on the old comic website, and, you know, had said, in private, not to me, hey, why doesn't he go back and do that? He was really good at that. And
damn it, tell me that when you just think it,
yeah, like,
so I know.
Never told me that. But
note to anybody listening to this, if there is something that you like that any of the people that you really love that are content creators makes, tell them.
Just tell them over and over
seriously.
and over
that you love it, because they will keep doing it if you tell them they love it. If you keep your mouth shut, they'll stop. And you'll be like, what the hell happened? Where'd they go? They left because they thought no one was listening.
So yeah, that's what ended up happening. I basically was like, "Whoa, thanks for telling me," and I guess I'll try that. And within like 2 hours, I had come up with like me playing Mad Max on Fraps, and very quickly realized that Fraps was not for me because it hogs resources like nobody's business. And so that was like the beginning.
Have they updated Fraps in a long time? Just to get off topic there, but
I don't know, man. I don't know if they've updated Fraps.
Because the thing is,
here's a fun question.
Horribly inefficient. Yeah,
dude, what do you guys use to record?
OBS.
OBS.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I started using it to stream with, and it turns out that it is a highly efficient tool for recording with at the same time.
Yeah. I was honestly super surprised when I started using it for streaming, just because of how efficient it was. And then I was just like, well, I can just record to my desktop. So why don't I just use that for that? And I use that for everything. For my creative exploration series, I do it for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great tool. And are you a streamer as well, Shaka, or are you just YouTube content?
I do some streaming, but I need to update or upgrade my internet connection through good old-fashioned Comcast.
Lovely.
Yeah,
I think the thing is that I need to change the time that I was trying to stream, because what was fitting comfortably into my schedule was in the evenings. But the reality is that those peak hours, my upload just eats shit during that time. Well, okay, it eats shit occasionally. Like sometimes it hangs fine at like 5 or 6, upload, which is not awesome, but it's more than enough to stream.
Yeah, it's sustainable.
Yeah. And you only need 2.5 to stream.
Yeah, I like to have around 3 or more steady, and because I upload at 2,200 kilobytes a second, that's typically what seems about right for me.
Yeah.
And but I started to do that and get really into it, and I was all excited, and I built myself this, like, if you ever go to my channel over there, which is twitch.tv/ShakaPanda, plug, that
we do the plugs at the end of the episode. Come on.
Shameless. No, but I spent all this time, working on a overlay, and I got Twitch alerts working, and I got donation stuff set up, and I was like super pumped, and was like, I'm gonna start streaming all the time. This is awesome. And I did it once or twice, and it was great. And then like the third time on a Tuesday night at 10 p.m. California time, I started getting like 1.3 upload, 1.6 upload. I was dropping 70% of my frames. And when you stream, it's an all day process of letting people know you're gonna be streaming.
Yes.
And so when you spend the day being like, hey, come online, check me out, I'm gonna be streaming, 7 o'clock. Then you show up, or then they show up, and it's just like, stop motion animation. They're not excited. And so,
they don't
I have to admit, I've been a little gun shy since then, to be completely honest. Been a little nervous that I'm going to jump back in. But I think that I could probably fix that by just recording, in the middle of the afternoon, which, I mean, there's somebody online, so I'm sure I could make that work.
There's always somebody online.
Oh,
the curse of the internet.
Well, I'm primarily a streamer myself. I actually started streaming, and I decided not too long ago, about like, how long have we been doing this? Like 3 months?
We're on episode 16, 15, 17.
2 a week, so a couple months.
Yeah,
a couple months. So, about a couple months ago, when Ben suggested we do something like this, because we kind of kicked the idea around a little bit, I was like, hey, I want to grow my YouTube channel. So, I started actually focusing on my YouTube channel and making content for it. And but I'm primarily a streamer. I stream like almost 30 hours a week. And,
whoa.
Yeah, and I work full time too, so I'm crazy. I'm out of my mind. I love streaming though, and I love my community, so yeah, I'm nuts. But I'll tell you, my wife is like probably she's a saint, is all I can say, because she puts up with me streaming 30 hours a week.
She also just puts up with you.
Well, that too. I mean, that's why I'm saying she's a saint. But yeah, so I have been bitten really hard by the streaming bug. I love it. It's probably the most fulfilling thing I have done in terms of personal projects ever.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah, content creation is amazing, and I am in love. Like, I never thought that I always had the passion to do it and the desire to do it. Just never knew what to do. And then when I found out about streaming, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a punt. And I got like 3 or 4 follows on my like first stream. I was like, holy crap! Like people are literally coming out of like taking a chance on somebody with 0 followers, and then are like, hey, I'll follow. And it's like, oh. And then I just got bit, and I was like, I'm in. Count me in. Where do I sign up? Like, I'm gonna do this every day for the rest of my damn life, you know?
Isn't that, it's intoxicating the early on when you get in there and somebody actually shows up. It's like, well, it's scary first.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
You're like, oh,
It's
people are
terrifying.
watching me. Oh crap, I have to be
Yeah.
good.
When you see that viewer count jump up to 1, you're like, I'm gonna just keep talking. I will keep talking until somebody tells me to shut up, and you just keep going and going. And
Exactly.
you get used to it after a while. I think I'm
After
at
a while.
560 followers on
Wow.
Twitch. I am beyond lucky. I have an amazing community. I have great followers, and brag. But I
also have a
gotta,
Corvette and $3 million.
not I have freaking wish. I need to get that Twitch money, but
Yeah.
but overall, like, I'm so appreciative of the fact that I'm able to do this, because I've never been able, like, I am not a creative dude. Like, I have a lot of good ideas. Like, I'm an ideas guy, but I'm not an execution guy. Like, I'm really crap at executing on stuff. Like, I absolutely adore creating stuff. Most of my stuff looks awful. So, to be able to do something that I can actually, like, express myself through just by talking about my biggest passion in life, which is video games, while playing video games, is amazing to me. It's just mind-boggling. So, I love it. And here I am, babbling and waxing philosophical, but you're the guest here, Shaka. I'm sorry.
No, man, there's precious few things in this life that are more satisfying than sharing your interests with others and having them really reciprocate and appreciate it. It's pretty incredible. It really is.
I agree 100%, and that's part of what makes streaming as fulfilling as it is for me. And I've been going hard, man. I put in the time because I'm excited about it, not because I feel like it's a chore or a job.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things that I'm gonna do regardless of whether it brings in money, because I have a pretty good paying job, and I do like my job as little as it appreciates me some weeks. But
Sure.
I do greatly, like, I just love streaming, and it's one of those things that I'm gonna do, come hell or high water. I'm gonna make it happen, because I love doing it, and I love the people that I've met through it. Like, I've met some really good friends. I mean, Ben included. I mean, not necessarily through streaming, but I think I've gotten to know him better because of my stream.
Oh, yeah.
And I've met a bunch of dudes from all over the world that are just like super cool guys. Like, I met 3 British dudes, Devious Furball, Nathan, and Jenks, and they are a hoot, and they're almost always on my stream with me on TeamSpeak, hanging out, and they're some of the coolest guys I've met. And I've met a lot of really cool dudes through streaming, and wouldn't trade it for the world.
Now I blew a hole in the wall. Holy crap.
I heard that. I was like, I'm waiting for somebody to be like, whoops.
Yeah, this is bad
now
news
this is
over here.
This is now officially the Shaka Panda show. We are both guests.
Yeah. we have a problem, guys.
I'm on my way up.
I'm coming.
Let's see if I can
Well,
With
do
my-
you don't really have to come all the way up.
Oh shit.
We have a shortcut into our base now.
that. Oh, Jesus. What happened?
Okay, I kill you build. don't have
Unfortunately,
the
what
equipment.
happened was I was running from a creeper, but the creeper stopped and decided to blow up. I was trying to lure him away because I wanted to go work on other stuff.
Ow. Oh my god. Oh my
Failed.
god.
I'm coming to back
Yep.
you up.
Yep, I'm
Do
bad at
Got your
video
back.
do they have ranged attacks now on spiders?
No, the way melee works is way different. You have to time your swipes. Otherwise, the little, when you swing, you notice the little sword that fills up. You gotta wait for that to fill up before it'll do max damage again. Otherwise, it does very little damage. They
Yeah.
changed the combat system entirely. So,
Stupid creepers.
all your fault, man.
Everything's ruined.
Yeah, and it's too close to the spawn, so we can't.
Yeah,
place
we
blocks.
can't rebuild.
We can't fix it. Oh no!
All right, I'm leaving this creeper off because he's got it out for me, man.
Oh yeah, I see.
He's had
Fight
my name
valiantly
down.
into the night.
He's had my name down ever since I was young. Gesundheit.
Excuse me.
Ugh. Die. There you go. Thank you, Ben.
Yep. I'm
All
sorry.
clear.
I'm never gonna go outside again.
See, this is how it happens in real life too. I decided never to go outside again.
Yeah.
This is a good lesson for the zombie apocalypse.
Yep. Never
Don't
go
go
outside.
outside and play with the zombies, especially if
Exactly.
they're exploding zombies. I don't know exactly how that would work.
I
But
played
that would be
Left 4
bad.
Dead.
Though. They do.
Yeah,
Boomers.
yeah, fair enough. They do. Yeah, damn.
Do tend to explode.
Boomers,
just-
aka one of the the grossest things in video games
Ugh.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty bad. I think some of the demons in Devil May Cry, the new DMC, they're
What a
pretty
good
gross.
game that is.
It's a great
Oh.
game though. I enjoyed that game
Dude.
a lot. I played through that. That was one of the first games that I think I've actually beaten on stream. Like I don't beat games very often because I have like really bad gamer ADD. But
Yeah, I'm the same
it was
way.
one of the first games that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna beat this game. I'm gonna record it and put the full playthrough on YouTube. I damn it, I did it, and I'm proud of that. As bad as I am at that game, and there are some weird stuff in that game.
Yeah.
That game gets friggin' weird at some points. Like, whoever comes up with that stuff is, I don't know, Capcom, right? They're a bunch of, oh my god, it's chaos, pandemonium 2016.
Yeah, I decided to
Help
go
me, Shock
outside,
Panda.
and I'm.
Use your witchcraft
coming.
to get the fire off me. All right, we're good.
Yep, I have a problem.
What's up, Ben? Did you
I-
blow something else up?
No, I'm almost dead. I'm gonna come back home now.
If you need food, I can get you some food.
No.
You
I
have
got-
so many arrows in you right now, dude.
I gotta see.
It's
Oh, God.
magnificent.
There's one in my forehead, I think.
There's
I'll
one in
get
your
it off.
forehead, and there's like 3 in your ass. Like directly in your ass. Just-
Well, I used to be a miner like you until I took an arrow to the ass. Ow. Jeez, man.
I'm
Brutal.
back. I made it.
Oh,
So I'm not entirely sure what I. Oh yeah, I was building bookcases.
Yes, you got sidetracked because you.
I don't. I placed some
Got
down
an arrow
here.
in
Tim,
your-
do
in
you
your
know?
chest.
Do you know anything about bookcases?
Yeah, I know how you're supposed to place them.
I hope it's
too.
like this.
You are too close. I think.
Shit, I don't know how to take them
oh,
apart.
are you making a enchanted majiggy thingy?
The problem is that once these break, it's going to become books.
That's fine.
yeah.
What has to happen is actually this is the right size room. Put them along the wall
Oh,
here.
okay.
And then leave one space of gap in between, and apparently that's the way to do it. I
In
think.
between.
So one of the
Yeah,
things
it's gotta
that
be 2
I
squares
used
away,
to
I
do
think.
is I used to dig down and make a pathway under to be able to come up in it, so you can make a complete circuit around.
Oh my god.
That's a really good idea.
Okay, so I just need to get more
yeah,
wood.
that's supposedly the best way to go. So like if you went like this,
Yeah, how about you you dig out what I need to put the bookcases into, and then I'm gonna go collect more wood.
I'm gonna keep looking for diamonds because I think we need more diamonds to be able to make our
probably.
enchanting table.
Oh right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep looking.
Oh, there's a
I
spider.
have such
What?
bad luck finding diamonds. I'm the worst.
do you guys know how many squares by how many squares is the optimal size? Because I do not remember.
I don't remember either.
I think what you have to do is you have to have it's got to be it's one set, like 1 square wide, and then 3 tall, I believe it is, and you do around it. So like right here, all around, and I think it has to be 2 squares away. I could be completely wrong in that regard, but it has to be. I think that it like the books go all the way around here, and the enchanting table will go like here. I think.
Okay,
So,
there you go.
yeah, it's got to be 2 squares away, I think. No, that's not right. It'd be right here. I could be completely incorrect, though. So we'll have to double check it. What does it take to build... I need to look that
A
up.
bookcase?
No, an enchanting table.
Oh, yeah, that I don't know.
Let me
It's a
look it
ton.
up because we can... I know it's got obsidian and all sorts of crap.
Well, I've got obsidian on my person right now.
That's good.
I was
Well,
long time
that's good.
ago.
And I think we have a few diamonds somewhere.
Yeah, we have a couple. Unless Shaka used them all.
No, we
I
have
didn't take any diamonds. I was really good.
It's okay. We'll find more.
It
I'm
takes
good at
2
finding
diamonds, so we're good in that regard.
Okay.
So
The
if
temptation
you-
was strong, though. Honesty.
Where did you put the obsidian? Do you have it on you?
Yeah, I have it on me.
How many obsidian do you have?
12.
Excellent. I need 4 and then 1 book, and then I can make it, and then we can test out where the optimal distance
Okay.
is
I'll head back.
for these bookshelves.
I'm just.
If you have, do you have enough wood to make a bookshelf with, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
I'm
if we
just out
make
here
one,
cutting down some trees.
we can test this out? We can test out the theory.
Let me grab this tree.
I
and
think
then
that when
I'll
they
head
started to add that stuff, the whole magic thing, like it became abundantly clear how unbelievably excellent the creative vision
back. Yeah.
behind this game was. Because so far everything had been, visually cool, but pretty straightforward, kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah.
And then along comes like these crazy floating letters and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when shit got real, man. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, and I love what they've done with this game. Like, a lot of people give this game a lot of flack, right? But the fact that it is so... You can do whatever the hell you want and
Yeah, yeah,
literally
you really
make
can.
anything happen with circuitry and all this insanity
Yeah.
that they have. That's nuts. What game offers that and does it in a way that does not make the game crash when you get carried away and do something insane? Like, it happens so
Right,
often.
right.
I need 1 book, Ben.
I'm working on it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had any. I'm sorry.
on.
And then I'll need a bookshelf, and then we're good to go.
Pressure's on, man.
Yep, make it happen. Chop chop.
Well, get over here. Get your
What are you,
stupid crap.
Scorpion?
Get out of here. Get out of my life.
Is that old man Scorpion? Get out of here!
That's awesome. Get out of here.
Get over here, you damn kids! Wait, that got dark in a hurry. You like popsicles?
I've got candy in my van.
Oh my god. Devolving down to this, are we?
Yes.
This is supposed to be a respectable channel.
Since when?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Since, wait,
It's
what?
like you shouldn't have
Since when
invited
was-
me. That was a mistake.
No,
right,
we
so
were
let
never
me-
respectable.
I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this 1 square away, and we'll see how it ends up.
so-
Okay, it works 1 square away, so 1 square is what it is. So let me trim out how we should build this,
Yep.
and then we'll be good to go.
I'm gonna just start cranking out books.
Books. Okay.
Is that a blue mountain?
Where at?
No,
What
there's
the hell?
water coming out of it.
Where are you at?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
I don't even see where you are, man.
Oh, okay.
You're following my awesome staircase that doesn't
dude,
lead
no
anywhere.
wonder you want to build up there. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't
As
even
soon
know
as I
what
got
it
close
is.
enough for it to draw, it's like,
Yeah, it's huge and awesome. And
complete. Wow.
I want
It's
to make it
Quite
happen.
literally higher than the clouds. That's awesome.
It goes all the way up to like the skybox ceiling. It's crazy.
Nice.
So I wanted to put like a nether portal or something up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where does the nether portal downstairs lead to?
Nowhere cool. It's just
So,
like this empty plane with nothing in it.
So Shaka, do you keep a day job yourself?
I totally do. Yeah, you gotta.
What do you? Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
in this day and age of everybody making YouTube content, you kind of
Yeah,
right?
seriously, taking my jorbs.
They took our germ. So
Right.
what do you fulfill your time with outside of the actual fulfilling bits?
So interesting. Interestingly, I've sort of set up my schedule to be mostly fulfilling. I actually like. Okay,
There
so
you go, Tim.
kind of long story, relatively short. I ended up having to quit my previous job and take care of my father as he was sort of on his way out from cancer. And then after he passed away, it was like right in the middle of our most recent economical downswing. And yeah, it was like early 2000s. And that was not awesome. And so I ended up like getting hooked up with a job assisting a disabled gentleman, which is not something I ever would have thought would be like, hey, I know what I want to do, like take care of a guy who can't do anything for himself. But it ended up being like a really flexible job. And it, ended up being like a thing that you feel like good about doing, which is awesome.
Those are the best kind.
But right, but more than anything, it allows me to sort of keep my eccentric schedule pretty comfortably. So what I do is I go into work on Friday at like 2:00, and then I just work straight through the weekend and sleep at the house and everything all the way until Sunday morning. So it's like 30 plus hours straight. And what's nice about that is that it basically allows me to, fit my conventional work week into like a couple days. And then, I'm pretty useless on Sunday, after working that long. But then I pretty much have, basically Monday through Friday afternoon to kind of do whatever I damn well please, which is mostly this.
That's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I really enjoy it. I'm glad that it I ended up being able to do that, conducive to all this.
Yeah. Well, and
That's
just
a good time.
like Tim said, it's like you have to have a day job for this. Like you can't be. Not everybody's partnered with Twitch or partnered with YouTube, and like can't be living off like ad sales.
Yeah.
So it's like
Not yet, anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, obviously, ad sales probably never. Take it from somebody who spent like 3 years burning the midnight oil. Candle at both ends, whatever allegory you want to use, and putting out. Let's see. I was personally doing. Let's see, 4, 5, 6 pages a month of comics. So that's
yeah.
So one page a week. And then every other week another page.
And then we're gonna need more
we were
books than
doing
that.
I'm working on
More
it.
bookshelves.
Oh my god.
and then we were doing
need
like
more
a
leather.
weekly podcast, and we would do movie reviews and some articles and stuff. And then even then I curated some other content that other indie comic creators that wanted like a quality place to put their work. So it was pretty gnarly. It took a huge amount of my time and energy, and I learned a lot about how making money on the internet in what people assume is the conventional ways, which are, through AdSense and all that kind of stuff. And that's, basically a bunch of bullshit. That's not real.
Yes.
There are very real ways to make money on the internet, Patreon being one of them. But, really, it seems like the sweet spot is sponsorships and things like that.
Yep.
But trying to make the quite literally cents that you make doing AdSense, there's no real way to do that and not be like, you couldn't make a comfortable living on AdSense unless every video you put out had hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, like if you were in the the 500K mark, like the big ones like Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter and all that are in, then yeah, you wouldn't have a problem. That's why they are a big company and they have sponsorships on, or memberships for their site and all that stuff.
But the
really
funny thing is that
supplement
that's not where their money comes from. It really, they're so big that they could be making a sort of modest, comfortable income with their AdSense alone, but they're so big that they are then a platform that is attractive to advertisers in the form of direct advertisements and sponsorships, and that's why they're making all kinds of bank.
Well, and they have a lot of salaries to pay, to be fair. They
Dude.
Just in Achievement Hunter alone, they have like 12 people full time.
It's amazing.
Full time, and I mean, yeah, it's incredible. I mean, the fact that they can do that, like, more power to them. Like, the only thing that concerns me with a lot of content creators nowadays is that like some of them seem to get really jaded, like really fast. Like, if you've ever noticed that, like when they get big,
Oh yeah.
they get like to the point where they almost like hate the fans that love them so much. And like a couple of my favorite I mean, like even in like in Rooster Teeth, like sometimes some of the stuff they say is just so negative. Like I can't pretend to understand where they're coming from because I don't have that level of visibility or fame or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
But man, like they just seem to like downright despise their fans sometimes. Like I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes they just seem really negative, like almost unnecessarily negative towards the people that really like idolize them. So I'm like hyper vigilant about that. I don't want to be jaded. I don't want to like end up like that. So it's like every time, like I just try to be really appreciative and really like really excited about what I'm doing, because once it stops being
Yeah.
exciting is when I need to stop doing it.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a job.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
right.
It
Well, and
becomes a chore.
positivity is the name of the game. You got to be positive.
Yeah.
You just cannot let. I mean, and I mean even just in your commentary,
Sorry, that
unless
was
that's
really
like your
loud.
thing.
Yeah, and then that's
You
what
know, I mean, I know
build
some people
off
that's
of.
like their brand. It's like, oh, I'm sarcastic and complaining, and that's why people think I'm funny. It's like, okay, fine, but you know, if you're a sort of more of a just a dude who likes to play video games and is trying to have a good time, like you can't be always complaining about everything. You know,
Yeah.
I have a friend who started to get into streaming, and I will not name them, but I found myself wanting to support them. Neither of you guys wanting to support them in their streaming, but I ran out of you know, energy to listen to them complain about games. And it's just like, man, like that's not why I want to watch people play. You know, it's like, yeah, it can be ridiculous, yeah, it can be silly, but you know, and like they were there. It's just nah, man, I can't. You gotta be nice.
I find that there's a lot of that on Twitch lately. Like, I don't like to say people are bad at streaming, but you can be bad at streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's okay.
Oh, totally.
To be bad at something, but you got to realize it. Like there are some people that have watched that. That's literally all they do. Like, I have my moments of salt. Everybody does. That's just human nature, right? Especially when you're a streamer and you stream as much as I do. You know, people are gonna see. You know, you get frustrated with a game, or when you get stuck, or whatever, and it happens.
Or when somebody baits you in chat and you totally go for it like 3 days ago.
Yes.
2 days ago.
Yeah, like
Oh, no.
yes. Well, the British guys that I mentioned,
It's funny.
great guys, but they love to get me riled up, and they are really good at it because they know me, and they're really stellar at getting me going, like full-blown venting, like raging at them, and it's kind of funny apparently, like the way that I do it. So I'm okay with it because like
Sure.
I don't need the blood pressure rise, but if it makes everybody laugh, like, because I try to keep it funny, I'm pretty self-aware. Like, if somebody pisses me off, I can usually say, hey, I'm getting pissed off. But sometimes, like, some of the things that they like try to goad me on, like it was No Man's Sky we were arguing about the other day. When they try to goad me,
we can talk about
this,
that a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd love to.
well,
We
when
talked
they
about
try
it
to-
last week, but I don't care.
when they try to goad me with that stuff, like, and like the way that they do it is not even like a discussion way. He just like is being contrary and like just like literally being contrarian just to be contrarian and just to get me riled up. Really gets me going. Like, I don't like getting pissed off,
Yeah.
but it happens, and I know when it happens, and I know that moment that I flash. That I have that moment where it's like, just boosh. I'm done with you. Shut up. The conversation's over. You're wrong, and I'm right. I don't care. You made this not a discussion. We're done. That sort of thing. It happens sometimes, and I understand that, but a lot of Twitch streamers don't know when to stop or when they're being overly negative. And people, generally speaking, and I mean, people are into what they're into, but generally speaking, audiences don't want to hear you bitch and moan about what you're doing or about not having enough follows or not having enough donations or
especially
yada
that.
yada yada.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that stuff.
That's poison.
Which dovetails nicely into, and I'll just say this real quick because I don't want to get into too much of the behind the scenes of what we do and don't like, but one of the things that always drives me nuts is when someone stops to ramble about like behind the scenes stuff and doesn't cut it out. It's like, really?
But I
Like,
did that
you know-
on my stream like an hour ago.
But that's streaming. I'm talking
Oh,
about
on videos.
like editing. Like no, I mean when you're streaming, it's live, it's raw, and that's I think part of the reason why people like to watch
raw.
streaming
Yes.
is because they get to see behind the scenes, they get to see it happening in that
Yep.
moment. It's exciting. There's a magnetism, energy about it. But I tend to do more YouTubes. I tend to do more YouTube videos than streaming, and that's
all
one
the
of the things
YouTubes.
that very quickly makes me kind of be like, nope, moving on. When I'm
Yeah.
watching somebody new, and
Yes.
they go, oh, okay, well, yeah, the computer froze on me, so so I got us back to where we were. So we're just gonna keep going. Okay, it's just like, oh my god, just cut it out and keep going. YouTube is like jump cut central. No one's gonna know, dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Just drop and move on. Now,
Yeah,
one of the
go
things
ahead.
that we do with this show is we do it in stream style. Like we just
Yeah.
kind of do it freeform, but that's kind of the whole shtick of the show. Like
Sure.
But I completely agree with you. I mean, if there's an issue with the video, freaking edit it. Like, take
Right.
the 10 minutes to edit, open it in Windows Movie Maker, open it in YouTube Editor. As much as those
There's a
suck.
creeper coming close to the fence. Just
Oh,
be
run
careful.
away! Run away! All right.
What,
Sorry, Ben,
what
were you
about
saying?
my dumbass mistake where I left the title card on for 7 minutes? Am I gonna have to go change that, or am I gonna? You guys put me in a very difficult situation here.
No. Like I just said, the way
It's
that we do
raw.
this.
It's live.
Yeah, exactly. The way we do this show is stream style. So
Yeah.
if there's an issue, we just roll with it.
I'm probably gonna put an annotation, be like, "Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry."
Please keep watching. Don't
Yeah.
stop.
It eventually
Is
goes
there
to
a
actual
witch
content.
out there?
Yeah.
Jesus, man, what the
I'm
fuck
telling
is
you.
up with your? Holy, I'm sorry. Do we
Pretty
cuss or
bad.
not cuss in
No,
here?
you can do what.
Yeah.
We don't really care.
we don't care.
Okay, I mean, I like to think I don't cuss a whole lot, but sometimes something jumps out.
Yeah,
but
it's
holy moly, man! Now I'm gonna
crazy,
start
isn't
talking
it?
like Leave It to Beaver. Gee golly willikers, guys! I see a
Mr.
witch out there.
Jacobs.
There's something about your seed. It's the demon seed. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, I don't know if I ever said on the stream because we were talking about what we record with. I record with just as of like last week, Bandicam. I recorded for a long time with a very little known one called D3D Gear. And that one, you have? Okay.
I've not. No, I'm not.
Oh, you've not heard of that? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's very not well known, and the reason I found it is because I was trying to find something that is specifically good at spending very few resources while recording.
Yeah.
Because I very quickly realized that I don't like to have to go and mess with my game settings to make it so that it can run well and record.
Right.
And so, I'm we're all playing on PC here. We're probably have a little bit of a PC Master Race bent.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's like if I'm gonna play whatever, Mr. Playing at 4K. I saw you streaming at 4K, then
I'm not
downscaling to 720.
I have a legit reason why I have a 4K monitor, but you finish your tirade first.
No deal. No, but yeah, so I was using that, but and I don't know if the audience that listens to this is into sort of behind the scenes how stuff works, but I edit with Adobe Premiere, and Adobe Premiere basically poops all over itself as soon as you put a program or a video file in there that is not constant frame rate. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
a lot of programs that you record with variable frame rate simply because it's super more it's much more time efficient. No, not time efficient, space efficient.
Yeah.
And and it's amazing and it plays great in a editor, but you have to basically run it through some other program to turn it to constant frame rate, which is not awesome. And so I was dealt with that for a long time, and eventually got so sick and tired of like every time I recorded something, I had to, run it through Handbrake or something before I could even touch it, which is just not fun. So I then did a bunch of research and found that apparently Bandicam. Oh god, creeper! Sorry. Okay, that was close. No, but apparently Bandicam has the option for you to record in constant frame rate, and that is pretty fantastic. So I can just drop the program or drop the file right into Premiere, which is super duper nice.
Very
So,
nice. Yeah,
I actually really like it.
I actually do a lot of After Effects. I've gotten really hooked on After Effects.
Really?
So I do intros and stuff like that. I actually my follow notifications on my stream are actual videos of me that I have toyed with and put into After Effects and added like effects to them,
Nice.
and
That's
then
awesome.
I turn them into GIFs using Adobe Photoshop. So I have become,
there you go.
oh god, creeper! I've become quite addicted to After Effects. I haven't quite mastered Premiere. I'm working on it because actually this dovetails nicely into another topic. I had mentioned before we started that I just finished a little application that I was writing. That Shaka was like, "Oh, what'd you write an application for?" And I wrote an application for a little live streamed show that I'm doing called Game Trailer TV. I just changed the name from Game Trailer Radio because it was going to be something a little different, but I've since changed the kind of the core concept of it. So
Sure.
it's now Game Trailer TV, and so it's a live stream thing where it's the overlay is actually, it looks like an old school television, like an old school CRT television.
Oh, cool.
And within it, Ben actually helped me come up with the concept for that, which I really appreciate, man.
Oh, yeah.
But so we it pretty much sits overlaid over game trailers. Well, before my first little pilot run, I ran it through VLC, which isn't ideal because when VLC finishes, it decides to minimize the screen and all sorts of like crazy stuff, and then my desktop
Right.
shows. Because the way I do things is I actually run a 2 PC setup, so I've got a stream box and I have my gaming PC, so none of my resources are taken up by my by OBS Studio or anything when I'm playing games or whatever. So
Oh, interesting.
He's like a professional.
I'm a huge nerd who has more computer parts than sense most of the time. So what I end up doing is I was like, you know what? I can make this really cool, and I could write my own application that plays these videos in sequence and does some cool things. So I created the application, and what it does is it takes a list of trailers. You just like pump in your MP4s into a list, right? It cycles
Right.
through them in order, but it also at the beginning plays an intro. I get to specify the intro video file, and then it in between each trailer it has a small chance, like a 30% chance, to play a bumper. So there's another list of bumpers I've created that it like just say like you're watching Game Trailer TV or whatever, kind of like how television shows do or whatever.
Sure.
And it'll randomly inject a bumper in between some of the trailers that it plays. So I can literally set and forget and just focus on chat if people come in and talk. So
Nice.
I
So
put
it's
in the
kind of like
time.
just setting up like just a playlist, more or less.
Yes,
And,
and the trick
just
is
chilling.
downloading the MP4s and or downloading the videos, downloading the trailers, and getting them local before I start playing them. Partly because if you ever watched, did you ever watch like G4 TV?
Sure.
Did you ever watch Cinematech?
I did not.
Okay, so Cinematech was pretty much the same idea. Like, it would run, it was a show that literally just played, like, game trailers. And it was like a 30-minute show, like, nice and quick. And it would just blast out a bunch of game trailers. Well, that was my primary inspiration. And so I kind of decided to mimic that because Cinematech is long gone, much like G4 is long gone.
G4 TV,
Rest in
yeah.
peace, yes. So that was my idea behind it. And kind of a long way to say it, but I created a program that enables me to run the application without having to babysit it or to run
Nice.
the show. So all the work goes into finding cool trailers and making the bumpers and the intros and stuff like that. So I've been using After Effects, and I made some cool bumpers like using the trailers, like the new Overwatch map, Eichenwald, is supposed to come out soon. And I used that as like, because it does some really cool like overview shots of the
Right.
map and
Oh,
just
nice.
like shows
Nice.
it off. And so I just used a clip of that, like a little 5-second bumper, and it says Game Trailer TV, and above that it says always play the game. And it's a 5-second bump, and it just fades in, shows the text, fades out, and that's that. So it kind of like keeps with the theme, like my idea. And so I'm trying to make it feel like an old school style like TV station and run it for like an hour once a week or whatever. So
It's sounding to me kind of like the old school Beavis and Butthead. You know?
I'm not familiar with that. I didn't watch a whole lot of that.
I did not. I was
Really?
I was
Oh, okay.
verboten
So-
from watching it when I was younger because my parents.
Oh, okay.
I come from a very very Christian household. My father's a pastor, and so there were a lot of restrictions on what I could and could not watch.
Well,
But,
I mean,
you
back
know.
in the day, basically what they did was they just had, they would play a music video, and then they would kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 it, except they were both idiots. And then sometimes they'd have, like little tiny animations in between that was just them, two idiots living together at their house. But it reminds me a little bit of that same vibe of where you're curating something that is exciting that you're interested in, and people that share that interest can watch it with you, and then you get to basically just like hang out and watch a bunch of trailers together. Which
Yeah,
is
and that's
pretty cool.
And the cool thing about trailers is that they're there for advertising purposes, so I don't have to feel bad about playing them. It's not like I'm ripping anybody off, right?
Yeah.
So
You'd be surprised, putting a trailer in your video on YouTube typically gets you in trouble.
Yep.
yes, it'll get you a content ID notification for sure.
Yep.
But it's usually because it contains quote unquote game content, which makes no sense to me because it's an advertisement. Like you're literally
Right.
posting an advertisement
Yeah.
in
Right.
your video.
The
And they're like,
marketing
"No,
person
you
in me
can-
is
no."
saying that you are posting an advertisement, but you're posting it in an environment that the advertiser can't control.
But YouTube is an environment they can't control.
Well, yeah, but
technically.
it's a different way of advertising though. Like you
Sure.
are playing the advertisement, but they don't know what else you're playing with it.
gotcha.
like-
So you could be saying terrible things.
Yeah,
like,
you could be like have this big red text that says this is a pile of butts and don't play it. But I mean,
But
like,
that would fall under fair use because it's criticism. So
yeah.
you
Yeah, it would follow under fair use, and if you wanted to go to court and argue that, then you could do
yeah.
that.
Well, you would never do it.
Yeah,
But-
well, yeah. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that the marketing person in me is like, there's a reason why they do that. It's not a good
Yes.
reason.
Yeah, no, and I understand the reasoning behind it, but at least with Twitch, they won't take your stream down unless you're doing something absolutely heinous. So
they
I
just
don't have
mark
to worry
it.
about it too much doing. See, that was my concern, is because I was originally going to do this on YouTube and do like a fully edited, like through Premiere and make it
Sure.
nice and all that stuff. But I was like, man, they're just going to content ID all this stuff and potentially have a deal with copyright strikes if they really don't like it. And
Right.
you get 3 of
The
those and you're
possibility.
gone. It is.
Yeah,
And
it's
so I
scary.
didn't want to take the chance. So I was like, Twitch is going to be a lot more lenient in that regard. Like, if they don't like it, an admin will usually tell you to stop before they ban you outright. Because usually someone will come in and say, hey, you're violating this, or they'll just ban you for a short amount of time, and then and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that again. So I would rather take my chances and do something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Because my only issue right now is that they don't have a gaming variety show channel or category. They only have gaming talk shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Oh,
the problem
sure.
that you run into is I have to run this thing in gaming talk shows because somebody could report me for being in the wrong category otherwise. But technically, I'm not in the right category because gaming talk shows is not the right category because it's not a talk show.
Yeah.
So I don't really know for sure like how to categorize that. And I hope that one of these days they're like, hey, we should probably add a new topic or a new category to this.
They've been working on
This
it.
is within Twitch.
Yeah, within Twitch.
So I know, Shaka, you're not a big Twitch person, but Tim, have you, or either of you, have you done the social eating thing at all?
I'm actually going to. I bought a bunch of crazy foods from IKEA, and I'm gonna do a new thing called insert food theater, where it's gonna be social eating, and I'll
awesome.
yeah. So I'm gonna do
I'm
like
sorry.
I'm gonna do like an hour or so of just like eating random stuff from IKEA. Like I got a bread mix that they had, and then
nice.
I got like a pickled herring and mustard sauce
Ugh.
that I'm gonna try, and they have like biscuits and crap. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I bought a bunch of drinks and stuff. So they have that, and I also monthly get the Japan crate, which is a box of Japanese snacks that they send. It's like legit straight
Awesome.
from Japan. It's awesome stuff. And we used to do it on the podcast, but now that my podcast is on hiatus, I think I might just do it on social eating. So I'm thinking I might take advantage of that to fulfill the niche that I, want to keep justifying buying the Japan crate. And I want to do some
Right.
other crazy stuff. Like,
Wait, you still owe me Pocky.
I do. I owe you a bunch of crap, and I absolutely suck because I didn't send those out. But
I totally
it was
forgot
like two
about
people,
that.
and it was 2 people I knew. So I was like, I can send these whenever I get it. I just never did, and I suck. I'm the worst. Like that's why I just do digital giveaways now because I'm so bad at mailing shit out. I'm
Yeah.
so horrible at
You
it.
That's
have a
funny.
copy of Max
Uh.
Payne 3.
Here's the code.
Yeah, pretty
Yep,
much.
exactly. The codes are much easier to give away.
But
I'm dying to know what your favorite Japanese food and/or snack is.
Okay, so let me preface my response with saying,
Please do.
I am going to be going to Japan next year with my wife for a few
Nice.
weeks, and I'm going to literally eat Tokyo, the whole thing. I'm just gonna shove it in my mouth and eat it. I love to eat. I love food. I'm not a fat guy, but I'm going to be fat when I get back from Japan. I'm saying that much. So that being said, right now we have literally tried probably close to 100 different kinds of treats from Japan. So it's hard to put my finger on it, but I mean, you can't go wrong with Pocky.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I really like the strawberry Pocky. I know I'm blasphemous, but the chocolate's good. I'm not a huge chocolate fan. I like sweet better than I like the kind of bitter chocolate flavor that it offers.
Right.
So yeah, I think Pocky's my ultimate, but a real close second would be Haichu. If you've never had Haichu,
Oh, dude, Haichu's amazing.
freaking love Haichu. So yeah, Haichu and Pocky are pretty good. There's some other ones that are really good, like Umaibo sticks, which are like giant Cheetos, but with like really freaking weird flavoring. Like one of them had like a what was it? Like shrimp and sauce or something
God.
flavor, and another one was like a brown sauce that's like made out of
People.
no, like chicken or something. It was weird, but they were
Jesus.
people.
It's
Yeah.
so dark.
So yeah, Ben always
We
thinks
get real on
those are
this
fun.
show.
Shit.
But overall, I mean, those are like, I think those are my favorites. I mean, I have like we did a bunch of them on the actual podcast where we rated them, and we're gonna get back to doing that.
Nice.
Come insert food theater. Coming
That's
soon.
great.
I'm glad
I
That's a
like
great
that
name.
name.
Yeah, I'm glad you like
Real
it.
good.
'Cause it hit me today. I was like, I gotta come up with a name for this, and I'm like, well, I'm insert coin theater. Wow, but I'm just gonna be shoving food in my mouth, so just insert food theater works for me. So, and I'll record that and throw that out on YouTube as well. Like I do
yeah.
that with
Nice.
all of my major stuff. I'm even gonna try it with Game Trailer TV, but if I get too many content, ID
You're
strikes,
probably
I'm just
gonna get shit on for that.
Yeah, I probably am. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it though. I'll just put the first episode out and see how it ends up. I'm not gonna monetize on it though. That's usually where the bad
that's where
juju
the-
comes from.
yeah.
So, I mean,
That's true.
Content ID immediately makes it so you can't. But I'm not even gonna try. So,
Well,
yeah, we'll see.
I initially asked about the social eating because I actually did it once because I was like doing one of my marathon streams and I was like, well, I'm hungry. So I just like switched over there and I talked with chat for like, a half hour while I ate a sandwich or something. And I was like, I was super nervous when I started doing it because like, who really wants to, watch me eat? And it's not really the whole watching part that's part of social eating. It's just socially eating.
But
and-
talking and hanging out
Yeah.
while you eat, And
Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. And it's not like I was just like shoved the camera in my mouth while I was eating too. But
Well, usually when I'm taking a bite or chewing, when I'm chewing, I cover my mouth.
yeah.
And when I take a bite, I do it off screen.
Yeah.
Oh, you like dip off screen. Oh,
Well, I just move
Well,
my
see
head
me
to
do
the
that.
side so they don't see me eating my food because I personally still think it's a little rude to eat in front of people, much less do it on stream. So I'm a little sensitive to that still. 'Cause
I don't think
eat
it's
a
so
lot.
bad to eat in front, but like the mouth sounds right in the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
No.
God,
Yeah.
That's the line that is
The-
drawn that
the old-
must not be crossed.
the old ASMR, like that bad juju of ASMR. Because
Oh,
some
that's
people
so
hate
gross.
it. I don't mind ASMR actually. I'm a little weird in that regard, but oh my gosh, I'm in such a bad way. I don't know how to get back home.
Oh
And
no.
we're at over an
We
hour.
are at an
for
hour
this
and 3
episode.
minutes. I was waiting
I know,
for an
and
opportunity
I can't get back, and you know
Can't
what?
wake up.
I'll do it later.
What?
I'll just chill out back here and hopefully not get killed. So, all
Okay.
right. Well,
Yeah, let's-
Ben,
let's-
do you wanna-
let's bring
you
it
wanna
out.
Wrap this episode up.
Yeah, so this was the first of 2 episodes for the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. You will find the next one tomorrow at the respective channels that you are currently watching this one. However, how about Shaka? You tell us about yourself first.
Yeah. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at youtube.com/ShakaPandaPlays. You can also find me on, you can find me on Twitter at ShakaPanda. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ShakaPanda, and then on Facebook at facebook.com/ShakaPanda. And then also
Nice.
ShakaPanda.com, which is a link which has links to all those things to make it easy.
Got that unified social media front. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, Tim.
buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Tim,
And
time to
now-
embarrass yourself with your links.
Womp womp. So, well, the problem with let me just say the problem with having the name Insert Coin Theater is using Insert Coin. Well, it's really long, so it's hard to get domains to get names that use that, because like Twitch you can't fit Twitter you can't fit Insert Coin Theater into a name.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so you can find me on Twitter at InsertCoinTim. Okay, you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/insertcointheater.com. Womp womp. That's Insert Coin Theater, DOTCOM. You can
I was
find
just
me,
about to ask that.
yeah. You can find me on the web at the new website, insertcointheater.com. That's actually coming up. That has links to the Twitter, the YouTube, and the Twitch. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/insertcointheater, and finally on Facebook, facebook.com/insertcointheater. Those ones are unified, so that's something. I
Yeah,
guess.
you're getting there.
And how about you, my friendly co-host Ben, or should I
Hello.
say guest?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, this like the first 5 minutes of this episode is such a nightmare for me.
You
It's just
cut
like
me
a
so deep,
static
man.
image
Cut me so deep.
I introduced. Anyway, you can find me online at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES, and that is on Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and YouTube. I primarily, I primarily produce music-related videos, but I have been doing a lot of gameplay stuff lately, and my YouTube page is poppin' with other content. That's not entirely true, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that is all I've got for today. So I think we're going to end this episode right now, and we will see you tomorrow with more mandatory social
Be
interaction.
sure to
show.
like and subscribe too.
Oh, yeah.
Before
Like and
before
subscribe.
anything, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe
Yeah,
button.
absolutely.
It
Yes.
helps us out more than you know, and we love you.
Far more than you know.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Take care.
See you next time.